You will make thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in our business being good at sales. You will make millions of dollars being good at replicating yourself. Somebody that knows how to develop leaders is far more valuable to me than someone who knows how to go out and make $2,000 a week every week, or $5,000 a week, or $10,000 a week. Replication is how we get to our goals. One of the worst things that can happen is I see a sharp guy come into the business that I'm excited about, and then he gets paired with or hangs out with guys that I'm working out of the business. Why? High performers just look at low performers with a certain level of disgust. They're not influenced by them. So I do learn something about someone if they're influenced by a low performer, right? So for instance, a high performer isn't going to go to lunch for 2 hours before they get to the field. They're going to go, hey, I need to go make money. I want to go to the field. And they'll interrupt whatever this person's doing. They don't look and go, oh, you think it's okay, so it must be okay. Because remember, their internal standard is higher than what? Standard in the business. But it kills me, and that's one of the reasons why sometimes I get asked, well, when is it time to let somebody go? If their example is having a negative impact on the newest guys coming in, it's time for them to go. And normally, if I'm here, how I keep that is I literally wrap the guy that's a bad example in my energy and like hide them, essentially. Or make it in such a way that nobody's going to be influenced by them because it's clear my opinion of this person. And that may seem like an asshole thing. It's actually the opposite. That's me being patient with the dude. Okay, what would be my other option? Just fucking fire him and get rid of him. That's me being merciful, saying, hey, get your shit together, and I'm gonna mute you until you get your shit together. Because I do believe you can figure this out. One of my strengths and weaknesses, kind of a double-edged sword, is I tend to be very loyal to people. And I keep holding on and believing in people, sometimes much longer than I fucking should. But your example matters because our business, any growing business, really, is all about who? The new guy. Because the new guy is coming in and looking at the people around them to what the standard is in the business. Now again, top performers don't need a standard. They create their own standard, and I know them right away because they look around and they don't go, oh, this is what I can get away with, or this is what's acceptable. They go, this is my competition? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna run this bitch. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I'm all about it, right? There's no politic in our business save one. What is it? Performance, result. So I'm looking for the guys that don't look around, they put their blinders on, and they just go crush. And I want an army of savages, just hungry beasts that don't make excuses. And our clients want that, which means you can fast track yourself very easily by just being insanely committed and obsessed with your own personal development. That's it. It's not where you start, it's how fast you iterate. Right? I have seen people come in that have more talent, so they get off to a quicker start, that get passed up by guys that had less talent or less experience, but continue to iterate and grow faster than the guy that seems to be super talented, which I think is awesome. I'm always looking for green arrows. Green arrows mean far more to me than what your starting hand is. So how fast can you iterate? How fast can you grow? How fast can you improve? That's what matters to me. And just getting obsessed, that really is it. Get obsessed with your craft. And in our business, there's just a handful of things for the first four. In the first 4 promotions, there's really only 2 skills that you need to get really, really good at. Number 1 is what? Sales, which is a life skill. It should be taught in school. Your whole world opens up to you when you know how to communicate effectively. You know how much free shit I get simply because I can communicate? Or how much I get refunds, I get discounts. My assistants know if I don't do rental cars much anymore. I seem to enjoy Turo the most, so this has changed. But when they book me rental cars, I always told them, book me 1 less than I'm gonna get because I know I'm gonna get a free upgrade when I get there. It was gonna happen. Before I flew first class, I would go in and negotiate for first class. And I'd get it more often than not, simply because I know how to communicate. Well, that's very useful for a number of reasons. So it's just a good life skill. How much drama is created in the world because of miscommunication? Most of it. Fucking every movie you watch generally, especially every dramedy, is predicated upon poor communication. You're like, just tell him that you love him. Come on. But seriously, most of the drama in the world is created by miscommunication. So what is sales? It is the ability to transfer information effectively in a way that compels the other to action, which is the transfer of energy. So it's like you don't want to just be good enough, you want to get phenomenal at sales. There's really no such thing as being too good at sales. However, you will know that it has become your superpower when you find yourself having to say no for others. In other words, you're so good at what you're doing that they just say yes. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. maybe this isn't right for you, which is also a problem because when you do that, what Fuji factor are you using? Indifference, which makes them what? Want it even more. And you're like, oh my God. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know if this is good. No, I want to do it. Okay, Mrs. Jones. Sales is number one. And number two, which is really in many ways an offshoot of communication, is to learn how to lead and train. You will make thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in our business being good at sales. You will make millions of dollars being good at replicating yourself. Somebody that knows how to develop leaders is far more valuable to me than someone who knows how to go out and make $2,000 a week every week, or $5,000 a week, or $10,000 a week. Replication is how we get to our goals. So, if I'm looking at where my development skill tree is, I'm simply over-indexing on those two skill sets. How do I improve? What is my growth plan for improving in those two areas? And if you don't see any great examples around you, then just keep your blinders on and focus on you. If you enjoyed this video on wealth and would like to get more content like it, check it out. Here's my playlist.